Okay, so here we have the 2018 JackalOpen Round 1. I'm Dale Ryden. I'm here with Andrew Herrera.
How's it going?
Our first round, we're going to have Justin Deegan, John Chavez, Tyler Liebman, Joey Kozlowski, and Andrew Herrera here. So here's hole 1. Go ahead and tell us about it.
513 par 4. The basket basically plays as an island. I practiced it, and I got close on a few times, but to me the play was just to play it right here before this first out-of-bounds area, and then proceed with my second shot to give myself with a birdie.
Yeah, probably not really worth going for the green on this one. That's a pretty long throw for not a very big green.
I think it's more so of the accuracy of, pinpointing the island in the bag, trying to stick that is what makes it harder. Here's Justin. I think he's playing the short shot as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody that I saw this day was playing it short of that OB line, trying to count on their second shot, playing more for position here.
Yeah, Tyler threw his high. It looks like he wanted to play a little more left.
Yeah. It gives, the way it was angled, I think you can get a little closer playing it off to the left. Give yourself a shorter second throw.
Yeah, here's John Chavez, and he passed the sidewalk, or the little road there. That's
yeah, that'll give him a much shorter second throw, help him get it closer to the basket on that little island up there. It really wasn't too little, though.
No, yeah, I mean, if you can throw it far and stick it, it's just, sometimes this will turn and they'll hyzer out a little too soon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be the consistency, but it's just a far drive to consistently throw it that far accurately. So.
Yeah, Tyler came up a little short on that. That can be tough if you're positioned behind those trees wrong.
Yep, I agree. So here I am. I just, like I said, just wanted to pitch over the OB and, give myself a good shot for a 3. Start the round off with a birdie. Not bad.
Looks like you're in pretty good shape there. Got John here, looking like he's eyeing about the same thing. Just put it up close. Nobody trying to get crazy and run the 2 or anything.
Nope. I think everyone will be happy with the 3 here. See what Tyler can, wiggle a line there.
Oh, this Joey here.
This Joey.
See what Joey's got. Yep, that's a beautiful shot right there.
Here we go. Here's Tyler. See if he can put one in there to start the round.
Does have to lean out around that tree a little bit. Those branches can be a pain.
Oh, just not enough. Good line. Nice straight. Just not enough effort, so to say.
Got Justin here lining up his look at a birdie.
Left side?
Yep. I think he probably had a branch there that he was trying not to catch. Put that one in pretty solid. Nothing worrying about missing there.
Yeah, I like to start rounds. I feel if I can get the first hole, it kind of helps me with the next 17 as opposed to parring it. Might take a little longer to kick into gear.
Right. Sometimes if that first birdie takes too long to get, it can start to seem elusive on you.
Yep. So myself, Joey, and John all with the starting birdie, so that's a good one.
Yep, that's a good birdie to get. Start off a round for sure. This one you have to go to the left of the post you'll see up in front of you. Other than that, it's pretty open. You just don't want to flip it over to the right into the road, and you got to go to the left of that pole.
So here I'm throwing a ghost, and for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but I kept thinking of the pole, and for some reason I really let the pole kind of get the best of me, and I was just uncomfortable for some reason.
Yeah, I always feel that way with Amanda, whether it's the shot I'd throw anyway or not. Once you make me have to go that way, I start getting nervous about it.
Joey had no problem with that line, and nor does Vez.
Yeah, John puts that out there beautifully. That should be a good look at a birdie.
Let's see what Tyler has here. I'm not sure. I think he was throwing a mid-range at this, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he throws for mid-ranges there, but that, I would agree, looked like a mid-range. That's a little low out of his hand, but at least he's past the Mando.
Yep. Got a little shrubbery to get around. That wasn't a tough shot. It was just more of not wanting to go too deep, which I kind of did, but I think getting over that hill really changed the putt coming up next.
Right. And at least it got out from under that tree. That helps with the footing and not having to lean out so far.
Yep. Joey putting for 2 here.
That's
Nailed
a good,
it.
solid putt.
That helps. 1-2 start. That's a good start.
Yes, indeed.
So here's my comebacker.
That's a good save.
Right, yeah. For some reason, right when we came up here, we were warming up on 17, 18, and we were putting, and everything was just feeling great right out of my hand as I was warming up. So, oh, unlucky break.
Yep.
Just a little left. Maybe the jitters are still kicking in slightly.
It's hard to get past those tournament jitters at the beginning of the tournament sometimes.
Justin gets his 3.
Yep, that's a good par save there.
Bez will clean up as well. So we had 2 birdies. Joey and Tyler.
Yeah. It's like Joey's trying to take off to an early lead. This is a pretty dangerous hole. Another Mando left of the tree, but you got danger of the water on the left to make it a really intimidating shot.
Yeah, I mean, the clear shot is, a great straight shot that Joey's trying here, and
yeah, I think that just came out a little bit early.
yeah, but I think you hit that
And there it splashed in the water.
It's one of the risks. If you're inside or outside, it can really bite you.
Yeah, it's easy to mess up that line when you're trying to throw that hard.
Tyler's going for this layup. He just wants his next shot to just approach over the lake, which is a good play.
Yeah, that really threw me off guard filming the catch cam back there, though. I didn't expect that, and I did not see it coming, so I didn't catch anything on that.
And this was a really lucky break for me. I couldn't, for some reason, I didn't want to throw it too far with the OB over there, and I hit the tree and dropped, thankfully.
Yep, those trees can be a nice savior if you mess up your line a little bit, but they can also be,
wow.
They can also kick you in there. Yeah, that was a great shot by John.
Putting eagle maybe from 50 feet-ish?
No, I think he was further out than that, but I'd say inside 100 at least, you know. It's another short layup that I really didn't expect as the camera on the other end.
Yep. Justin's first to test the waters.
Yeah.
And he got around the tree, so that'll give him a putt.
Yeah, that'll give him a good look.
Tyler's up, and sit down. Yeah, it's a good shot. And here's my lucky break. I wanted to jump putt this, I wanted to throw this, and I finally decided to just throw it. It was a little easier for me.
It's kind of that in-between distance where it's a touch throw, but a little long for a jump putt.
Yep. And here's Joey. This is where his last point of inbounds was. So he's
so this is for his 3 here.
Yeah, it's a good shot. He'll clean it well from there.
Yeah, that'll be a good chance to save 4.
Here's John's eagle look. And he gave it
maybe not too far outside, maybe about 60 or 70, because that was not too far outside the circle they had marked. Thought I saw that blue paint kind of just a little ways in front of him.
Ooh, almost.
Yeah, that almost wanted to bounce back. So I saw these baskets being mean to people that way.
Yeah, there were a few spit outs that I seen today, and I mean, there was also some really good catches throughout the round as well, so.
Yes, that's true.
We go good 4. Good recovery, Joey. John with
That's
the
a good
in.
3. I like that line personally. I don't feel I'd have the distance to get over the pond, so that would be the line I'd be going for too, is like John did. That's a good line to go for.
I agree.
So here's hole 4. They did kind of a weird out-of-bounds area up by the basket, but it really made it a much trickier shot for a pretty open hole.
Yeah, I agree. So me and Tyler actually talked about this hole, and after he threw the shot, he told me what disc he threw and, the flight of it. So I thought that was a great shot. And if I was to go for too much, I didn't want to, head over here OB, because if you stay right at that tree, you're OB unless you catch the backside. So wanted to give mine a little more air and try to get it to sneak past the tree more. And
right, because basically the OB line goes from the inside edge of those two trees straight back almost to that path. So it really tightens up that green up there.
Yeah,
makes it trickier.
John with some good ground play.
Yeah, looks like a lot of people kind of played short of it just to make sure they wouldn't have to worry about that tighter area as much.
Yep. Joey throwing a great shot.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Not sure what Justin would be throwing here. Looks like everybody went with something fairly stable just to make sure they didn't leave it hanging out there to the right too much, though.
Yeah, I think the main objective was just to throw it right and, trust your disc to come back.
Oh, that was so close, right off the top.
Justin looking for his birdie.
Oh, a little low on that one.
The tree limbs sit pretty low there. I was curious how deep he was into it.
Yeah, that can definitely be a factor. You don't want to get caught up in them and still have another long putt.
Yeah, good putt,
That
John.
was a great putt by John. Tyler looking for his birdie.
Solid.
Another great putt.
And Joey just walking up casually, super parked, while the rest of us are figuring out what we did so wrong.
Yeah, he finally gets to put in his birdie.
Good too. And pars for Justin and myself.
Well, okay. That's a well-played hole with that tight OB at the end. That could really get you in trouble if you're not careful. Because if you go OB on the wrong side of that tree, you don't have a real good look at trying to save your par from where you went out.
Yep. Hole 5, 273. This road right here on the right, this pathway is OB to the right side of it. So you're going to see these high hyzers from everybody. You have to get past that tree there to really give yourself a look. I mean, if you go deep, you bring the next one into play, and Tyler cleared the first tree.
Yeah, when we played a couple practice rounds on this course during the weeks leading up to this tournament, we were half expecting them to make the path itself OB. So we were playing more of the shot like John was throwing in our practice rounds.
The tighter line.
I was curious to find out what the guys that were playing the tournament that played that line with me through, since they were more adjusted to that tighter line. They had more experience with it because we thought it'd be the safe shot if the path was OB.
Right.
You guys are making this hole look fairly easy, though. It's really not as easy as they're making it look. It can be pretty tough to position it right so neither of those trees are in your way.
Yeah, so John went with the low line, and that's it. He was left. That's a good up shot.
Yeah, and he shows what I mean about if that tree's in your way, you really don't have a way to run it.
Right.
You got to put it in between those two trees, so you got to judge that distance just about right.
Joey looking for his bird, and a great
Another
putt.
solid putt. Other than that risky shot over the pond, he really hasn't made any mistakes so far at all. And you're keeping up with him as much as you can so far.
Yeah, the goal lately for me, as Tyler's putting in, the goal for me lately is just try to stay relevant in the tournament, more so than, try to do more than, you need to. Just stay relevant. Just, don't lose too many strokes. Don't give up too many strokes. And by the end of the tournament, you might find, you want to be where you are. We have Joey and Tyler tied at the lead with 4 down. Myself and John sitting at 3 down, stroke behind them. So it's starting off pretty hot. Everyone's, kind of finding their focus and seeing where we're at.
Here's our next par 4, 588 they say, but it plays a lot longer because of the OB lines they put out there and the natural OB that the pond itself kind of brings in. What kind of a shot were you throwing on here?
I was throwing. I wanted to throw a hyzer, you know, with the wind the way it was coming towards us. It was like a headwind left to right. I wanted to go around the tree, but if I think I remember, I snapped it and it kind of stood up a little longer, but it was okay because it got me a few extra feet for distance. So,
what did you throw on it?
I threw my Icon Outlaw.
Nice.
Keeps going. Yeah, I mean,
it's gliding out there pretty nice.
Yeah, anything past those trees is kind of really you want to be. I mean, 20 feet to 80 feet past those trees is not much of a difference. So you see the wind blowing. I think, yeah, Vez definitely wants to hang in, just let it crash left, kind of put himself in good position. But he hits the tree coming in.
Yeah, it was a fairly breezy day. It wasn't too bad, but it was probably between 10 and 15 for a lot of the rounds that day.
Yeah, it definitely just, you know, it wasn't anything, you know, worth really adjusting to, like clubbing up drastically. But it was definitely, you know, you wanted to hit your angles releasing, you know, from your hand. You want to hit those properly, otherwise you could just end up much further right or left than you would, you know, like to.
I think that has been part of what we've seen on some of those earlier putts with them just falling, though.
Yeah, ooh, there's one there.
That one was close. I'm pretty sure he stayed in bounds, though, on that one. Otherwise, I'd have tried to put up the OB graphic. But
Joey's throwing a high shot as well. And he fell a little bit short.
Yeah, circle's edge, though. That gives him a look. There's Justin throwing his up shot.
I think he was throwing a zone. Yeah, I think that was his zone.
That should give him a pretty good chance at his 3 there.
Yeah, I liked the high shot, but I definitely liked mine a lot wider. I mean, I wasn't really nervous about the OB. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to carry left like I seen the other two.
With that water to the left, and it's kind of shorter grass up towards that area, so the skip factor is definitely something to worry about.
Agreed, yeah, and Tyler played it the same way I did, just slightly long, but it, you know, inside the circle, and it gives us a putt.
Pretty sure that was his Justice. I saw him throwing that pretty purple Justice a lot that round.
Oh, yeah, it helped him. Joey just a little bit outside, here comes Vez.
Oh, just short.
Almost.
Alright, Tyler coming back for his 3. Solid.
Yeah, good putt. And I was maybe a foot and a half inside of Tyler. So I think we just had the same idea on this hole. Get past the trees and get inside the circle and give yourself a look.
Well, I think that gives you the tailwind putt. I don't know if that matters to you, but I have a little trouble with headwind putts getting in my head more than messing up because it's more that I throw them wrong.
Oh, that
but you get stuff like that when you have the weird wind sometimes.
Yeah, tailwinds preferably for me. I know how to putt in headwind, but it's tailwinds, you know, are a little more trustworthy than a headwind putt to me. Joey getting a par there.
John tapping in his par. Justin with an unfortunate par there.
Yeah, that was a good putt. He did everything right, you know, up to that point. It was just unfortunate to happen to kick out like that. So myself, Joey at 4, Tyler at 5, and John at 3. We have Justin sitting around par, but he's going to get it going here, I think, pretty soon.
Yeah, the course just doesn't want to let him have a birdie yet. Here we got a double Mando here, creek down the left and OB down the right, and long of the basket. So this one's a pretty tight one.
This shot actually really surprised me that Tyler went with the forehand. I mean, it was a perfect shot. I mean, I was nervous because the creek down there is going to be OB to your left. So I was nervous personally to throw that shot. So I went with a putter here.
That tends to be my play on this hole as well. Something that it's not going to hyzer out much. Just hold the line you put it on the whole way there.
Yep. I think Joey threw a putter as well.
It's a really good choice for this hole. Oh, just got a little slide down the hill. There's actually more ground down there than I give it credit for when I am standing on the tee.
Yeah, I think once you see it go down, you're just automatically assuming that, oh man, that wasn't that great of a shot.
Yeah.
John threw a great putter shot there. And here's Justin. I believe he was throwing his putter as well, so I think 4 of the 5 all decided to go with the straight putter shot. Maybe because of the bush, I'm not sure.
Right. You can really see how easy, if you're just a hair left, it'll slide all the way down that hill. That wire enclosed riprap there is really slick too. You got to be really careful when you're setting up your footing on that hill.
Joey putting for birdie here. Yeah,
that's a good solid putt. Okay, John lining up his birdie here. Here's Andrew lining up his birdie.
That was almost too high. I got it.
Yeah, that was a little high, but it's in. In is good. And that's a star frame right there. 5 birdies on the card.
Yep, great hole.
So Tyler's still holding the lead with you and Joey right behind him, 1 stroke off.
Just didn't, like I said, just didn't want to, ask for too much. I think if you ask for too much on this course, you can really put yourself in some trouble here.
Yeah, you sure can. And this hyzer line is actually kind of risky, the way that OB down the right comes into play. If you end up staying out to the right somehow, you could be OB way back here with a pretty tough look at a shot.
I think Tyler went OB long, so what I wanted to do is play mine wider and higher.
And it looks to have worked out just about perfect.
They
Little
said
tree save there.
They said if you can hit that tree, you're probably looking pretty solid, so that's what I tried to do.
That tree's pretty close to the basket.
There's Joey throwing it up there.
That's another good one. I got a little worried when it started rolling, but it laid down right away, so no problems. Here we have John lining up that same line.
Nice and high, let it fly over there, and I think he went downhill just a little bit more. You got some room to work with down there, but the creek, comes up pretty quickly as well, so anything higher than that could have went too far left.
Now, when we did our border battle with northern Colorado, there was a tree there that they've taken out since then that pretty much made that shot undoable. So it was pretty much a Mando left of that big pine tree. Made this a really intimidating hole.
So you can see how close the OB is behind it. John was in and Tyler went, OB. So, anything past the basket might not be, worth trying to come back for, as opposed to just playing more of a hyzer over here to the right and giving yourself a better shot, as Joey does with the birdie.
Right, that's a good look. Being past that tree blocked him a little bit, but he had the lean out and was able to put it in, so no problems. And you're, like we said, within 15 feet?
Yeah, I think it was right around 15. I was actually nervous that I was too close to the tree, and then I laid my mini down and I realized I had a little more space than I had expected, so that was good.
It's always good to make sure of that, because if you lay your mini down and pick your disc up, you're not allowed to put your disc back down, so it's good to make sure that you want to before you pick your disc up, though.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like Justin's still having a little bit of putting woes. That saves his par.
Yep, that's a good save. Yeah, the baskets have been a little mean to Justin this round, but hopefully he'll get that turned around here soon. Here's hole 9. And this one has a lot of crazy OB, the way the stream comes off the pond and connects with the crossing stream. It makes it a little intimidating. Then you have the OB long.
Yeah, I felt confident in this hole, and I'm not sure why. I'm not the best forehand player, but I can throw accuracy pretty well, and I felt like that wasn't asking for too much for something I can do for a forehand.
Well, that was a really good forehand there. Put it right by the basket. Again, what, 15, 20 feet, I think?
Yeah, I agree. Joey follows suit on that.
Yeah, another great drive. John overcooked that one a little bit.
Yeah, that one had some steam on it.
Yeah, it did. Okay, and here we have Justin. Looks like he's just playing it kind of safe out here to this open area between the OBs.
Yeah, if you're not confident in sticking, the next piece of land, there's no reason to add a stroke for it.
For sure, that's a good point. Tyler came up just a hair short there in that middle OB. Oh, that was a good run from there.
Yep, chain out.
And these guys are over at. There's John from the drop zone and Tyler from the drop zone as well. No matter where you go OB on this hole, you go over to the drop zone. So this is for your birdie. And yet another great putt.
Yeah, I felt, if there was going to be any risk reward, it would have to be on this hole. It's just, it was so appealing to me to get the birdie rather than, worrying about a par, because this kind of, the hill right here to the basket is kind of on a hill. If you can hit short, it's going to slow itself down jumping up it. So that was my play throughout the day.
Kind of a backstop for you.
Yep.
Some good cleanup putts here. Looks like Justin's got his par there.
Yep, and he wasn't, he didn't have to try too hard on that hole just to get a par, as everyone else was trying to save a long, drop.
Yeah, that was a good save. That was a good save. So that's the end of part one there.
Joey keeping up right at
yeah, we got Andrew and Joey tied at 7. Tyler at 4. John right behind him at 3, and Justin at 1. We'll see you on the back 9.
See you later.